Uh, I can't see what's happening on my system because it's redoing what it's doing, right? Uh, so I can't see no comments. Not really. Not yet. Not yet. It's doing what it's doing. Hey, y'all, Jack Squad, y'all in here? Come on through, sit down, take a seat, get your snacks, your zoom zooms, your wham whams, your drinks, your cocktails, whatever else you need. Get all your stuff. What's going on? I said 21%. Hey, Nick, that's my girl. Nick is just my girl. Nick, you like my little sister, something. You know what I'm saying? Nick is always right, right there. Uh, I had a hell of a time just now. Let me tell you something. The devil be really, really, really busy, right? I had a good day today, Nick. Right? I got my purple on. I got my purple tennis shoes. I got my little purple snatched up little sundress. Right? I got my jacket on. It's a little chilly in my house. Right? So I had a good day. I'm on my way to the store. Give me some lunch meat and stuff. Cause I don't feel like cooking, and I just want to give me some lunch meat. Sit down, talk to y'all. Then get in my bed with my snacks and my lunch meat. Now I had went to Auntie Annie's and got me a pretzel. My bank card was working. About an hour before I go to the grocery store. I get in the grocery store and get my little stuff, and it say not authorized or something, right? Yeah, royalty. That's right, purple. Purple is my color. I used to always wonder why I like purple. I didn't know till years later that's my birthstone, right? Never paid that no attention. My bedroom is purple. But anyway, I get my little stuff, right? And they say unauthorized, like I stole it or something, right? So then I said, well, let me go to the money machine. I hate going to the money machine because I don't like them taking my money out. But I had already had my groceries. I got my plans. I'm coming home. I have to talk to y'all. Before I talk to y'all, make me a little sandwich and be cool, right? I go to the money machine and say decline. I know the money in there. I just put it in there, right? Hey, so I can't really see. My computer is redoing what it's doing, so I can't really see everything. I can try to see on my camera. But anyway, so I tell the lady, because my bank card has been like this since they gave it to me. Hey, Lisa Marie, I can see Lisa Marie. Who is that other person? Golden. Hey, y'all. So I'm it don't work in the machine. So I said, well, I'm gonna get my stuff back and try it at the automated, at the self checkout, right? So I'm telling the lady, give me my bag. She's like, I got it. I said, I'm gonna go. No, I got it. Come on, I got it. I'm trying to tell this bitch, give me my bags. I'm gonna go down here to another one and make it, see if I can make it work because I got to pay. I got you right here. So now you want me to come back up there and get embarrassed because my card ain't working because she refused to give me my bag. I started to just go shopping all over, but I didn't want to. So the card don't work again. And I go home and call them, right? Hey, who's that said greetings? Hey y'all, I can't really see on my system. My system is refigurating, right? Hey y'all. And so I called the bank. Now, this thing never happened in life. I've been with PNC a long time. They said you're gonna have a 45-minute hold. Now it's 5:45. I start getting ready at 6:30 to go live, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sit here and wait because I need to know about my money because I ain't got none and I need it, right? So I talked to the guy. He said, well, I ain't nothing I could do. I'm gonna get you over to the fraud unit. Fraud unit? This is me. This is my card, right? He say, I don't know. He was acting all scary. I don't know. I'm gonna just get you over there. They can help you. So I'm like, now what the fuck, right? So they finally get on the line, and I tell them that my card ain't never really worked since I got it from the bank a few months ago. I had to hit it. I had to insert the what is it called? Little square thing. I had to do that 3 times, and then it'll tell me to swipe, unless they got the tap, right? So I do that all the time because I don't feel like going to the bank and get another card. Okay. Hey y'all. So he said, well, I'm gonna recharge it for you, whatever they can do, remake it work. Just make it work, right? He said that don't work, and I'm gonna have to go in the bank. Now I had my zooms and my wham yams. It's Friday night. Here go this mess. So I ain't gonna be on here long, y'all, because now I'm gonna have to go buy me something to eat, which that ain't what I wanted to do, and I don't even know what that would be. Right? You know how you have your mind set on something? I don't know if I feel like going back to the grocery store. I don't know. But anyway, y'all, I'm waiting on my sister to get up. Let me tell y'all something. I'm still happy and I'm still cool, right? But that just like throw the wrench. And then On top of that off, I'm sitting here on hold with the bank people trying to watch this show. It's a good show on HBO Max, y'all, called Succession about rich white folk. It's very good. Very good. It's a drama. Very good. And after this is his last season. I just got up to it last season, but I didn't have HBO Max. So I'm on season 2 now, but it's so good. It's captivating, right? It's a drama about white folks, rich white folks. But anyway, I'm sitting there trying to watch that, catch a little bit of that before I go live. My internet started acting goofy. That's why my computer ain't doing right. The internet started goofy. So I'm like, damn, I gotta pay them. So now I'm trying to on the line with the internet folks with Xfinity, right? She going live talking to the third missus. Now let me tell y'all, we gonna talk about it. Y'all in here, y'all ready? Cause I'm trying. My system I can't see what y'all saying because my system is still updating, right? And it's only at 25%. Had I know, if I hadn't been on the phone with the bank and then my internet hadn't went out, keep going in and out, I would have been in here and this would have been already, but such is life. Y'all still with me, right? I'm still here. Because I started to, this is what the devil wanted me to do. I started to be like, okay, fuck it. I'm not gonna go live today. But I can't do that because that's what the enemy wants me to do tonight, right? Anyway, child, did y'all see Tasha Scott Escape live? I don't know if it was live or not, but I saw it. Did y'all see that today? Where she was crying and pleading for about 20 minutes? Did y'all see that? Now, when we was talking the other day, we had said she would have a breakdown. She had as much as a breakdown as she could have. Could have been a fake breakdown because today her album drops, right? And I think that in the music industry, I think you can get projected. They can project what kind of money you're gonna make and stuff. I think they can do that, right? Well, anyway. Hey, is Janika on here? Hey, Janika, I see Janika's name on here. Hey, y'all, anybody I can't see, I'm gonna wait. My system is doing this thing, child, updating. Had I not had all these complications just before I went on, I would have had it together by now. My internet was acting up, right? I thought I owed my bills or something. But anyway, she says, after all the crying and she want to bring her mama and grandmama into it. Why she want to keep bringing them people into it? Mama need to be into it because mama helped with the money, right? She said it was a time that nobody had no money. They was all living with her mama. They was all living with her mama. That's what she said. Now, this is the part I don't get. If you had a husband and y'all been together, she said 28 years, why was y'all living with your mama? What has he been doing? That's what I want to know. You know, R. Kelly, Michael Jackson, Britney Spears, Mariah Carey, you know, all the stars. What has he been doing, right? So she going on with the story, and we gonna fix it. Yeah, we gonna fix it. I've been reaching out. My mama been reaching out. Now y'all want to reach out that the fire is on you. Now you want to reach out. She don't want to be bothered no more. Not right now. She touring. Where's she at? She in DC tonight. She's somewhere. April 1st tomorrow. They touring. Ain't got time. I just seen that on Instagram. She ain't got time to talk to y'all now and hear all them sad sob stories, right? So she was crying, and then she goes into the I ain't take the 30,000. I didn't know nothing about it. This is what she said, but she must didn't know what she was saying. She said, I didn't know about the 30,000 until I saw it on the show. Till you saw it on the show? Do that make sense, y'all? Your sister told you while y'all was filming. What do you mean you knew when we knew? Child. Anyway, I can't see y'all comments. But anyway, so then she got to tell me she didn't take the money. And we was all living together. And there was a lot of things going on 10, 11 years ago, on and on and on with that. Then she hit us with me and my husband is in an open marriage. That's something he told you to say. Because if y'all was in an open marriage, it wouldn't have been no thing about this girl coming to the light. If y'all was in an open marriage. If y'all was in an open marriage, it seemed like he'd have been using condoms so he don't make no babies, right? Or maybe that's when he wanted a baby. If y'all was in an open marriage, y'all could have nipped this in the bud when y'all could have called Tasha. He could have told Tasha, my wife know that. So then she said after we in an open marriage, she said that's something private, but now I got to tell it, and I know everything. She said I ain't had a chance to talk about Escape the show because I got all this other stuff going on, $30,000. But I know everything. We have an open marriage. Now I didn't hear because I just got home. I didn't hear the Ricky Smiley interview. I heard pieces of it yesterday. I heard pieces of it. I didn't hear his part, Rocky's part of it, where they say him and Brad had some words or whatever, right? I didn't hear that part. So anyway, then now they in an open marriage. Now y'all in an open marriage. For the life of me, I don't understand open marriage because it seems like in open marriage only the man gets the partners. Where your partner at? Hey y'all, it's a new show. I seen it the other day. I think it's already started yesterday, today, or tomorrow, or something on TLC. Something about polyamory, the poly man. It's a black woman. She didn't wrote a book. She didn't teach class and all this. She got a husband. Let me see how it goes. She has a husband. They've been married a long time too, almost 30 years. Then they got another husband. Now I'm trying to figure out is the two men gay? And then the first initial husband has a wife. And I think they all live together. But the show it either started yesterday, today, or tomorrow. And it's on TLC, but I don't know the name of it. It's on TLC. It's a black woman. When I found it, because I saw her, how did I see her? How did I come across that? I might have come across it on YouTube or IG or something. And that's what made me look to see. And I said, oh, it's going to be ready to come on in a day or two. I'm going to watch that. I'm going to look for it tonight. If anybody know it, put it down in the comments, right? But I don't understand the poly situation. I don't understand that. I'll never understand that, right? I'm not sharing my man. I ain't never been with a black man. I ain't never been with a man in my life. All I dated was black man that was be cool with another man touching me. I ain't never met him. I ain't never met him. You know what I'm saying? And so she said they in an open marriage. Now, how open is it? Where your boyfriend at? We hear about his girlfriends, and now you say Tasha K gonna interview the third one. Is she doing it tonight? It's gonna be on her Tasha K Live. Oh, I can't wait to see these comments. It's gonna be on. Now I'm at 64%. I had a lot of stuff go on just before I got on, y'all, so that's why my setup ain't ready. But the devil was trying to make me not go live, but I said no. I got to keep pushing. That's what I got to do. Got to keep pushing. Anyway, what y'all think about the open marriage or the poly marriage? Like, all of that don't work for me. Like, I need my own man. I want my own man. I don't want you touching my man. I ain't with all that, right? But you know, the poly people explain it like, you know, people gonna cheat anyway, so you might as well be open with it. I ain't with that. Because the moment how strong do you have to be, or how low? What y'all think? Is it just a real strong woman that's dealing with that, or a real strong? Because I don't really know too many men, you know. Real strong woman dealing with that, or is it a low self-esteem woman? And this woman is pretty. That's teaching class about poly and doing all that stuff, right? And the benefits of poly. Now, besides her having the two husbands and her husband have another wife, she got a boyfriend. What all you need, sis? What all you need? They gonna wear your body out. Your uterus is gonna be inside out. But what do y'all think about Tasha saying now listen, I'm telling y'all, when I told y'all that night they were sitting around the table thinking, that's what they come up with. We in an open marriage. What y'all think about open marriage? I ain't doing no open marriage. We ain't doing that. I'm too jealous. I ain't never been jealous of no person, what they look like, how much money they got, what things they have. But my man, I'm gonna get jealous about. Definitely. I'm talking about outrageous jealous, windmilling jealous, right? That ain't happening. We're not doing that, right? So now she had her baby break, and she's like, I'm gonna keep reaching out. Why you want to reach out now? You sat right there by your sister, didn't even speak to her. Now you reaching out, and you think she's supposed to just receive when you say so, right? The girl is on tour. She living her life, and she going on with it, right? I don't believe that there's an open marriage. I believe that Rocky told her to say that. Because I told you, and I ain't looked today because I've been busy, that she took all the pictures down of him on her IG. That's what they come up with over marriage. And she was like, I know everything. I've been with him 28 years. I know everything. So the more you say that, the more you let me know you know everything, like you said. You know everything, right? You know that y'all took that girl money. And she wouldn't be saying that if it wasn't so. If y'all was so close as y'all say y'all was, I'm gonna tell you what the dynamic of that was. They was close as long as Tamika did what Tasha wanted her to do. They were close. The moment that Tamika didn't want to do what Tasha wanted her to do, they become unclose. That's the deal. And she said, I don't know what to do with this, and I'm the oldest. You know, if you listen to what she's saying, she's saying, she's basically telling you, and don't know that she's telling you, right? Because if so, and then why the comments weren't good either. Why do it on social media? Go around there to her house. Well, she's on tour now. She's somewhere out of town now, but you could have went around to her house. Quit talking about you reaching out when clearly you had blocked them. You don't want that. You don't want no communication. Now that everybody know who you really are, you don't want no communication. So she was saying, I'm not really into what did she say? She ain't really into the reality TV or something. She said she ain't really into. See, I'm telling y'all, it never fails. It never fails. Reality TV will show all the cracks and crevices in a relationship, whether it's your man, your sister, your mama, your daddy, your neighbor, your good friend. It's gonna show it. It's gonna show it. Can't hide it. And she said, this is what the part that got me too. She said, because what y'all see ain't really what it is. So you telling us our eyes don't work? You telling us that our eyes don't work? Right? Listen, y'all. This is probably the worst. This is probably the worst. Remember I told y'all the other day about when I watched Kelly Price, I didn't like her anymore. And when I watched Coco, I didn't like her anymore. Okay, my system back up. But somebody brought it to my attention in my comments. The same thing happened with Erica and Tina and Mary. Tina's husband cheated, and he told her because she'd be gone. Like, if she the breadwinner, she get all the money, she got to be gone. Hold on, let me see if I get my system up. And Tina was very mean too. And then she wouldn't record. Erica's husband, what's his name? The black man. What is his name? I can't think of his name right now. He was their manager, and everything. And he'd have to pay that money back that they got from the, when you say you're going to record an album. And Erica appeared to be so okay with that. Like, so she's such a Christian girl. Like, you can't go cost my man no money. Me and my man no money. And just recently, I was listening to her on the radio. She was on the radio because, Tina and her husband started a podcast or something, because she got to sit there and watch him now because he was cheating. I would resent the shit out of him. Okay, my system going round and round and round and round. I don't know if my internet is doing what it need to be doing because it's just going around. It was set ready, 100% updated. I want to see the comments. But anyway, what y'all think about? Now, I did read up on a little bit on what it say? These guys need to control. Right. They're not. They do, but they can't. And if you go along with this, if you go along with what they're giving, then you stuck with that. Because for her to say they're in an open marriage, it was private and she wanted to keep it private. You don't look happy. You ain't never looked happy. Not on that show. You ain't never looked happy, right? Not even when you at the house with your husband. You ain't never looked happy. Come on, sister. I did read up a little bit on Jonathan Majors. Listen, let me tell you what I believe before I talk about what they say happened. I believe he hit her, choked her, did all that. I believe he did all of that. Now, they come up with some text messages. Okay, here we go. They come up with some text messages that says that the girl wrote, and they keeping her private or whatever, keeping her identity concealed. They came up with some text messages that she said, I didn't mean to do that. I ain't hurt. I told him that I wasn't hurt. And I ain't put you in jail. She went on and on. She 2-3 messages about what she didn't do. Right. And I'm guessing because he told her that, right? But she has marks on her neck and on her face and all that. Who did that? If they didn't get in a fight and he didn't put his hands on her, who did that? That's what I want to know. Who did that? Who did that? You know what I'm saying? And now she's recanting it, but where's my? She's recanting it now. Oh, here we go. Here I go. Yeah, she's recanting it now, right? I guess so he don't be mad at her. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Let me get myself together. Okay, let me see who are Denise, Connie, Lisa Marie, Nick. Hey, y'all. Janika. What you say? Somebody said what? Yeah, Lisa Marie, he don't bring it. I don't know what's going on with my thing, child. Listen, that was so busy. Now I can see the words, but I can't see myself on here. That's so crazy, y'all. Y'all can see me though. Y'all can see me. So the receipts don't lie, and I know Tiny ain't letting her mama get on the whole video flat out. Now, Tiny mama ain't lying. That's a good old country woman. She ain't lying. She was taking care of the girls. I love the girls, and that's it. Tasha want to make it seem like we don't see what we see, we don't know what we know, and we don't hear what we hear. She trying to do the Jedi mind trick on us, y'all. Yeah, Nick, I see that. Keep pushing. Yeah, I keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? Because all kind of shit. I'm talking about I had a wonderful day. It's warm outside, finally. Had a wonderful day. Go to the grocery store, get my little groceries. And my card don't work, but I just used it 30 minutes ago at Auntie Annie's. Got me a pretzel. Let me tell y'all something. For years, I didn't even eat nothing out of Auntie Annie because I ain't a pretzel person, right? One day, I was traveling back and forth from Charlotte or something the last few years, and I got an Auntie Annie's pretzel, and I have been hooked ever since. I forgot about it for a while till the other day. I was in the mall yesterday. Whatever day I was with my son and went to the mall and got one, and then I went into the little mall by me. I didn't even know there was Auntie Annie's in there. Child, please. The card worked. 30, 40 minutes later, I go down the street to the grocery store and it ain't working. Then I get home, my internet ain't working. Then I start this up and my system ain't working. I would rather know the truth if he is with someone else than to be lied to. True, but now I know the truth now. We're gonna still be my baby. As long as he can take care of us, I might give it a go. You might give it a go. Tasha did not think Tamika had her receipts and was still. And then something else Tasha said was, we all got receipts. You ain't humble. You ain't sorry. You ain't sorry enough for me, sis. You're not sorry enough. Yep, typical narcissist, ain't it? Now my question is, are people born narcissists, or is that a behavior that you gain through life? Are you born that way, or is that something that you learn? Because I'm sure he's a narcissist, and if she's been around him, does it spread? Because it's a mental thing. Because she's clearly a narcissist, because she wants us to believe that we ain't, we didn't see all that stuff, right? We didn't hear all that stuff, and we don't have our own minds to come to our own conclusions. She's gonna be good. She got her strength. She said there was a fight. A fight with who? A fight. Who said that, Lisa Marie? Who had a fight? Hey, Sheila. That Jonathan Majors has been abusive, Denise. Right. That's what somebody else said he had a fool for a lawyer, because when I saw it yesterday, they said he had a fool for a lawyer. I'm like, I wonder what happened, right? Didn't have time to check it out. Today, when I read it, I'm like, why would you them texts don't help him. They don't help him, right? Like what it says is that that's my man. I don't want him to go to jail. I don't want him to get in no trouble. That's all that says. Thank you, China Down. Hey, China Down. She said they knew there was a fight. Them texting I have him. He's got a fool for it. He sure do. It's a learned behavior to be a narcissist. You say so. I've got to Google that. It's a learned behavior. Oh, it's a learned behavior. Because I've been trying to figure that out. I just got into the narcissism maybe a couple 2 years ago, maybe. Since I've been doing YouTube, right? I've been helping. Like I said, I was with a narcissist. When I read up on it, because I have done it a lot, right, extensively. When I read up on it, my ex was text fucking book, right, and it explains all of everything I had questions to. If I hadn't been as strong as I was, he'd have made me crazy. He'd have made my self-esteem low. It became a battle of wits at one point, right, and I won. It became a battle of wits, literally, y'all, right. So I was wondering, are you born like that, or is that learned? Tiny got a podcast now, do she? Oh. Oh, she got a, see that those ladies they can have whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? And they do that. I don't even know why Tasha ain't thinking, like, why would you even try to battle them? Why? T.I. narcissist sure is. Well, let me tell y'all something about the T.I. and Tiny. Years ago, she had been together a long time now. Years ago, he had her on lock. She couldn't go nowhere. She couldn't do too much, right? But I guess they have matured. He has matured, and they've been together long enough because he definitely was a control freak. She hasn't let him break her down too much. And you know why? Because I don't know if she actually did it, but they were saying that she was messing with Floyd Mayweather. I think she had called herself, she was gone. She had quit him. She was going to divorce him, right? He's so narcissistic, he wasn't going to let her go. And he didn't let her go, but Tiny was about to be gone. He looks aggressive. Hey, Nola, he looks aggressive. I got to ask my girlfriend. One of my girlfriends is crazy about him, right? One of my girlfriends is Charlotte. And I'm sure she didn't know about this, and I need to know what she thinks about this now. But is he short? Is he short? Because that could play into a lot of stuff. But, I personally, and I'm going to be honest with y'all, because we were supposed to be talking about interracial dating, and we still is, but I had to talk about Tasha and her half-ass, unsincere conversation she had with the internet. I don't have no sympathy for a black man with a white woman. I just don't. I don't like it, period. I said it. I don't like it. I don't like it. And I don't like it because to me, it's like an insult. Like, I know your mama black. If you're a black man, I know your mama black, your grandmama black, and your sister black, and all your aunties black, right? And I know you can't help who you fall in love with, but I ain't even looking in that direction. You know what I'm saying? So that means that you don't like us. You don't like us. That's what that means to me. I felt okay. I figured he was. I can see it now, Golden. My system is up, and my screen ain't up, but I can see the words on my system now. I see y'all been chatting. I love that. Jack Squad, right? I don't. First of all, he choked her. Now she wants us to believe that. How did the choke marks get on you? She had choke marks. In order for you to have choke marks, even though she's white, in order for you to have choke marks, that means he's choking the shit out you. He's trying to kill you. That's how I'm gonna take it. You trying to kill me. If you put your arms around my neck, you trying to kill me. Yeah. Yeah, you trying to kill me if you put your hands around my neck. My neck? I don't play about my neck. You put your hands around my neck, you're trying to kill me. I wouldn't want. And then had nerve to tell him at the end of the text, I love you. Child, bye. I love you. Something happened, and then she did the typical abused woman thing in the text and said, I told him I had no business trying to grab your phone. Now she's blaming herself for getting her ass whooped, right? You need to be with a white woman, because that's what you're gonna do. Another black man. I don't know what we need to do, y'all, to get our black men together. Like, I ain't offending nobody. I'm just telling my experience. When I grew up, I thought my uncles was everything. Before I got in the streets, I lived in a fantasy world, right? Because I saw my uncles as good men who went to work, took care of their families, right? That's what I saw. I ain't had no mom and daddy, but that's what I saw from my aunts and uncles, right? So I was under the belief that all men were like them, right? I thought all men, that's what men do. They take care of their families. And you know, they take care of their families, don't nobody want for nothing. I just love my uncles to death, right? Now they may have been flawed, and I could have been in fantasy world myself, right? But I didn't see it. I didn't see it, right? Not even as an adult, I didn't see it. So when I got grown, 17, 18, and started dealing with men, boys, whatever, I realized the world wasn't like how I was raised. It ain't like nowhere near about like that, right? So I became confused. Now, had I had, you know, my aunts loved me, but I never bothered them with too much stuff because they had their own kids. That's how I felt. So had I had a mama or somebody in the house to try to guide me and help me understand all these things that I was seeing, maybe I would have been better off. You know, they don't listen, but they want you to listen. They want you to listen. But I don't understand. I watched a guy on TikTok. Y'all know, y'all heard about the passport bros, right? I watched a guy on TikTok. Now he moving to Africa, which I ain't got a problem with. Go, everybody can go to Africa. You know, if I wasn't scared of malaria, I might go over there, right? Now my daughter wants us to take a trip over there, plan a trip, and I ain't got a problem with that. But I'm a little scared. Like I told y'all, I don't know if I told y'all, I have a friend. I have a friend, and him and his wife moved to Africa during the pandemic, right? But last year, around September, October, he caught malaria. It was bad off, right? And then he went back to Cleveland, but he's now back in Ghana, right? They sold all their stuff and live in Ghana. He can change his name and everything, right? But the passport bros, now this particular guy, I caught him on TikTok. He's a trucker, and he's starting a group of people that are going to move to Africa, right? And he kept saying, my wife. I said, oh, I thought maybe he had a white wife. Well, he done went over there. You spent a month in Africa? Okay, good, L. My aunt went twice. She said it's the most beautiful people you ever want to see. I have a original African artifact that I've been having for probably 30 years hanging on my wall, carving in my wall in my living room. I take it everywhere I go. But he went over there and got him an African woman, and she's so forever grateful to him, right? He went and picked up somebody out the hut, and he want all the guys. He want them all to do that. That's what they all doing. So black men don't like us no more. It seems like, right? They don't like us no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, because we too smart, we too strong, we too whatever. They're not liking us no more as a whole. So when I'm watching this guy and she's holding on to him for dear life, and I just thank you so much. You're just a good man. You're such a great man. Men want that, and I understand that, but they also have to understand we have our own minds and our own thoughts as well, right? And I'm beginning to believe that men want Stepford wives. They want robots. They want hostages. They don't really want a real woman, a real partner. They don't really want that, right? The comments is delayed. I don't know if it's on my end, because my screen still ain't came up on my side. I don't know what's going on. Let me see something. If it's this. Oh, I got fixed it. Oh, I fixed it. Look at that. Make it happen for yourself. Make it happen for yourself. I still need an IT person, right? I'm gonna get one. Yeah, they want Stepford wives. Yeah, anything but us. Like, that is the craziest thing. We are Mother Earth. We are Mother Earth. We are. We are. You know what I'm saying? We are. Let me tell you something. A lot of times, guys that I've known throughout the years reach out to me. And a gentleman that I liked when I first got single reached out to me a couple weeks ago. My phone got stolen. So I just realized, y'all, let me tell y'all something. I just realized today that I didn't have a voicemail on my phone, right? Just realized it today. So I was like, well, where is the voicemail at? I don't see it on the screen. How do you get it, right? So I had to Google it. All right, so now you got to hit it. I hate this phone that I have now. I got to get me an iPhone. And so I found the emails. I mean, not the email, the voicemail. So I had like 17 messages from the last week or so since I've had this phone, right? And this guy here reached out to me in my DMs, and then I gave him my number. He had called me and left a message, so I called him today, right? That's right. I called him today. I called him back and we had a good little conversation today. But I remembered as I was talking to him why we couldn't go further, right? Because nice looking man, work a job, all that. I remembered why. So he had a girlfriend. Last I knew, he had a girlfriend. So he's since got another Facebook page. So I didn't know that him and the girlfriend broke up. Now he was from another little town in Ohio, but now he lived in Cleveland. So he thought I lived in Cleveland. But anyway, he said he took somebody on a date, and the woman cussed at him. I get that. You're supposed to be respectful. But I remember now that he was angry man. Y'all ever went out with somebody that's angry? You can't say nothing to. He angry. He lost a job because he cussed out the boss. He's angry all the time. Like, I don't know what that is. I forgot that about him, that he was angry man. He's angry man, right? And I don't think he's changed. He's angry man, because he's a nice looking man. He does heavy machinery, he work on construction sites and stuff. And he's taking care of his mama now. His mama he said he moved his mama with him. Right. But he was always living with mama. He's a big old mama boy. I think that's the problem, right? And I thought about it. This is what it is, because men don't want you to confront them. They want to say and do whatever they say and do without you, with no feedback from you. And I just ain't built like that. Now, I can be respectful. I used to didn't know how to be respectful. But I'm respectful. I'm a woman. I'm a lady. I'm all of that, right? But I thought about it like, oh, that's right. Now, we know what a true king that don't add up. I hope all these ladies are turning into... Yeah, I've been watching... I ain't watched him in a while because he ain't came on my timeline, but I started watching him when I was in Charlotte. But the thing that turned me off about R.C. Blake, it seems like he always talking about what a woman should do. That kind of got on my nerves. I seen a lot of videos, I agreed with him, but now you just bashing. And this is what I don't like about social media, because there's a lot of men bashing Black women and telling us how to be when you ain't lived in our shoes, right? That's why I haven't listened to R.C. Blakes in a while. Let's tell these sorry ass niggas. Let's talk about them. Let's get them together so we don't have to be so aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Get them together. Y'all need to have a think tank for them. You know what I'm saying? Quit bashing us. Like, on social media, it's horrible. On TikTok, it's some guys that's always talking about Black women. Y'all know we had the Kevin Samuels guy, removed him. Like I said, R.C. Blakes is a pastor, and he got his wife and everything lovely. But every day, we wrong every day. Let's try to figure out what we gonna do about them brothers. Let's try to figure that out, right? It is. TikTok is like that too. They come across my page, and I look at them. That's how I found the guy that went in Africa. But after I listened to him, I said, okay, he don't want us over here. He don't want us. He want to go over there and get him one that's gonna be grateful that he took her out the hut and put some shoes on her feet, right? Manosphere community. But what I don't understand is, if you don't like us, so you just like everybody but us, how do the Black culture move forward? How do we thrive? How do we stay Black? More importantly to me, how do we stay? I'm gonna tell y'all, let me get back to this. So let me tell y'all the reason why I don't like Kingology. He does talk about the wrong. Okay, I will, because he got on my nerves for a while. At first, I was just enthused with him, but then he got on my nerves for a while, because every day you got to talk about us. Every day. Yeah, he did, because you can put some shoes on the feet. Now she's forever grateful to you, which I get it, right? What I don't understand with a man is, I've encountered this. I saw it a little bit through the years, but since I've been single, I've encountered this a lot. A man doesn't like for you to use your brain. I would think, and I know that I'm an asset to any man. I am an asset. We're gonna get some money together. We're gonna pray together. We're gonna have great sex and great fun together. I'm intelligent, I'm smart, I'm funny, I'm all the things, and I know how to cook. Like, I'm an asset, right? But for some reason, men don't want you to be that, right? Like my ex was what I realized he was a, which a lot of men are, which that's okay, but there's other women in the world too. He was a Captain Save-A-Hoe. He wants to save you. He wants to save you, right? Um, and once he realized who I was, he started resenting me. But he resented me. This is what I think, and I watched it. He resented me and loved me at the same time. See, he never been with nobody like me. He was used to disposable women, right? Use them for a while, go ahead on. He couldn't shake me. So then therefore came the resentment. There came the resentment. Plus he was a narcissist. And I didn't fit into his narcissistic plan. Now that I know about narcissism, I didn't fit into it. I didn't cooperate with the pattern that he wanted me to cooperate with, right? And what I don't understand is if I was a man, I would want someone like myself, somebody who can think, who can think, who's going to help our goal, and do everything for us. Like, I don't understand. I just don't understand, right? They do resent. I figured it out the last 5 or 6 years. I figured it out, right? Like, you like me initially. You like me. Oh, yeah, strong black woman like you. Then once you really see me for who I am, too much. Now you're intimidated. When that ain't even my position. My job, I'm very submissive. People wouldn't know that because I'm an aggressive individual. But with my man, I'm very submissive, right? So you can get it construed, you know what I'm saying? Because I can be submissive and then I can pop out of a bag and be who I am, right? But I notice a lot of men don't want you to talk. And therefore they cheat. And when they cheat down, and they cheat with somebody that's so grateful to have them in their presence. And it always appears like the woman is beneath his main woman. To me, that's been my experience. When I see other dudes I know cheat, that's what I see right now. Maybe they cheat up, but it's been my experience. So I was thinking like, well, why do they cheat down? They cheat down because she is so happy and grateful to be around him, and she's gonna look up to him and make him feel good. Not like we ain't gonna make him feel good, but he wants to be the savior. They want to be the savior. It makes them feel bigger. It makes them feel bigger than what they are. It makes them feel bigger. So if a man is with a strong woman, he got to stay strong. A lot of men can't stay on that path. They can't stay on that path. And then when they do get a little piece of change, if you meet a man with a piece of change, he always want to go with a white woman or an exotic woman or whatever other kind of woman, right? Every day and vice versa. Doesn't mean you're supposed to be with them. It could be the wrong kind of love. My kid's father loved the heck out of me, but it wasn't the love. Exactly. Me too. That's where I was at. And then, I would go from time to time thinking, did he really love me? You know what I'm saying? But he spoiled me. But was that love? You know what I'm saying? And even up until I blocked him the end of last year, he would call me and I could get whatever I wanted, right, from him. I could get, and it was like, it's been years, nigga. Why you still thinking that we gonna be a thing? Like, and I don't know if that's part of the narcissism thing, because they always find somebody to replenish their narcissistic needs, which he did, right? But it's like, move on. And I almost made a mistake because I'm just so happy-go-lucky of letting him come here in Atlanta, right? And he did something over the phone. He said something over the phone. I was like, oh, shit, that's why I don't like you, right? And he bought his ticket and everything, his plane ticket and everything. And I said, don't come. Don't come. Because now this is why we ain't together, right? Like, I just want to have fun and hang out. But I think he had other expectations in his mind. And that's not what I was on, right? Never let go until you identify him. Yeah. And I had to, and I listen, having a YouTube channel, and I really never paid YouTube any attention too much, right? There was a couple people I followed, like Funky Geneva, and the T.S. Madison and Kaya, but I've never really not too much like I do now, right? And after I started paying attention and got my own channel and started looking at and other things would come down my line as far as like narcissism, and then I would Google it and do my research. I was really caught up in a thing. I was caught up and did not know, but it answered all the unanswered questions that I had, right? Because at first I thought something was wrong with me, and I was trying my best to be the best person I could be to him based on all the things he had done for me, right? Like I told you, I got a house. Me and him got a house together, right? He cars, anything I wanted, right? So I'm gonna be the best I can be. Maybe this is how I go. You got to remember, I saw my aunts and uncles, and everybody's together till they died, right? So I'm thinking this is the trials and tribulations that you go through. You know what I'm saying? Because He providing. That ain't it though. And since I've been out of it, I've come to realize all the things that was going on and why they was going on, how they was going on, right? He's gonna have a whole chapter or two in my book because it's really amazing. It's really amazing and awful at the same time that I went through that and came out on the other side. And as I know people who have been with narcissists and are deeply, deeply triggered by a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? And deeply hurt and standoffish and got walled up and all of that, right? So it didn't affect me like that, thank God. You know what I'm saying? But I did have to stop talking to him because I realized every time I talk to him, we might laugh and giggle, and then when I hang up, I would get angry. Like, what was that? I was like, what is that? Right? I don't need that. Was a spirit or something. I didn't need that. But like Tasha, when I listen to her today, like I said, she ain't going nowhere ever. She might be mad. They might be trying to figure it out so they can look good, but she ain't never ever going anywhere. Because she said when she was depressed, see, this is what they work on. When she was depressed, when she was sad, when she was whatever she was, he was always by her side. That's what she said. He was always by her side. Financial abuse. Yeah, he was always by her side. So she ain't never, ever. Now you done told the world y'all in an open marriage. So that means bring on all the accusations you can bring about he done messed with this person because I know about it. It's cool. Because the way she said, I know everything. I was like, okay, all right then. Which I knew she did anyway. Even if she didn't know, listen, when you with somebody you've been with them a long time, you know when they're cheating because their behaviors is different. You may not know who, why, and what, and where, but you know. Instinctively, you know. Yeah. I'm trying to cut out time. Listen, y'all. The devil is busy, and God. I'm in a spiritual warfare. I'm just gonna be quite honest with y'all, right? And I've been in this spot before, where I'm trying to do something, and it's like a force is working against me. So I know who I am, and I have my strength. And hey, Tanya, I was thinking about you today, Tanya. Tanya is my success story from the dating site. Married her husband in April. I'm always gonna talk about it because I'm just thrilled about that. But I'm fighting some forces, right? Because every time I think that I can do this, then some other shit happens, right? But I'm pushing through, and it's gonna happen. I'm pushing through. This is why I'm trying to build my subscribership. So at some point I can get paid from this, so I can just sit down and just, because I really need to go. I'm cool with him. I can close my door and do what I need to do, but I have to get money, I always be insecure, especially when she first came on because of her weight. Yeah, right. Angela, you're talking about Jonathan Majors, right? You talking about Jonathan Majors. Listen, that when I was reading that, I was like, this is so stupid. She sent 3 texts and your lawyer showed these texts? Like, why would you show these? Well, I'm trying to figure out who these lawyers is and what school did they go to, because just like Buddy said his lawyer, he wrote a thing saying he had a case from when he was in the prison and all that. Like, who are these lawyers? Who are these stupid people? Right? They're not, Connie. And that's what I was getting ready to say. I lost my train of thought. That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. Is that they're not stronger than God. But listen, y'all, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It was my car. It be whatever. You know, it's always something, right? But I stay in a happy place, right? The other day, let me be honest with y'all, right? The other day, I see that, Nick. That's right. It's worth fighting for. Absolutely right. The other day, I had a little baby meltdown, right? I don't know if it was a whole nervous breakdown. It was a baby one, right? And my son is here, thank God, right? And he said, "Mom, don't worry about it." Now, for me, being the strong woman that I am, it's hard for me to not worry about some shit. You know, it's hard for me to not have my own money. That's difficult, right? It's difficult. Oh, wait, what? Who was Jen Shaw's lawyer? So Jonathan Majors got a female lawyer? Who got the female lawyer? Oh, you said he or she? But let me tell y'all something. Jen Shaw was going to penitentiary regardless. The way the feds were, it didn't matter. She could have not had a lawyer, and she could have had the best lawyer. It didn't make a difference. And I'm going to tell y'all why. With the feds, when you have a federal case, it doesn't matter how nice she is, how much money you got. They have a guidelines book. I know y'all probably heard of it, maybe you haven't. They have a book. It's an actual book. I saw it with my own eyes. They have a guidelines book, right? And what they do is they open up that book, and at the top, whatever you've done, whatever your offense is, right, is at the top. And then what have you done in the past? Let's say you ain't did nothing. Like in my case, I hadn't did nothing. But it still required me to go away for a little bit, right? She was going regardless. They don't cut, that don't falter. It's in the book, the guidelines book. They go by those guidelines. She was going anyway. Only way she wasn't gonna go if she became some type of informant of some sort. You know what I'm saying? But she was going anyway. I wouldn't even waste a whole bunch of money on a lawyer, because she was going anyway. Answering what you need. Satan has seen it. If he's trying to distract these things, trust God. Yeah. And I know that. And that's what keeps me happy. I get frustrated for a second. And then like today when I came home, I was so excited because I'm going to get on YouTube, you know, and things went, you know, car didn't work. Internet went off, right? Then when I get here in my seat, my system it didn't want to work, you know, because of whatever reason, right? And I said, I'm going to keep doing this. I said I'm going to do this. I'm not going to let nothing get in my way, right? Nothing's going to get in my way. As I ain't, you know, I don't do nothing to nobody. I just want to do what I want to do, y'all. I just want to do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, my son has saved the day. Let me tell y'all something real quickly. My son, when I had him, he was the last one. He saved me from a lot of things. I was real heavy in the streets, right? Even though I did end up going to the penitentiary, but I would have probably been for a long time, right? And so when he was born to be who he is today. He's born to be a savior, so to speak, for lack of a better word, right? So that's his personality. He's a Pisces like me. We 3 days apart, and his personality is just like mine. He love the world. He love everybody. Right? And try to help everybody. You know what I'm saying? What I'm learning though, as I've gotten older, is that you can't help everybody, and when you try to help some people, they turn on you, which I was not accustomed to that, right? These new wave of folks, these new Negroes, they'll turn on you. You know what I'm saying? And I am still a little bewildered behind the actions of my friend, who I called a sis. You know, and I don't talk about giving too much space, but that bewildered me, right? So I had another friend that did something to me, and we're friends now, but it always, like, why? I've always been the best I could be to you. You know what I'm saying? Cry with you, pray with you, fight with you, laugh and giggle with you. Like, I don't understand that way of thinking. So that's what I do. Just keep pushing. I just keep pushing, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And YouTube has been my outlet that I didn't know that I needed. Praise God. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Tanya. Let me tell you something. I didn't have time to put no makeup on. I put a little lip gloss on because I do that when I go out the house, right? But I said, okay, too much stuff went on before time to go. It's showtime. Got to go. Got to go, right? Tanya, what you think about two things? What you think about? Did you see Tasha's plea, if that's what it was, reach out to her sister? And what do you think about Jonathan Majors that beat up his white girlfriend, and now she's saying he didn't, but she got choke marks and stuff on her face? Like, who did that? The Exorcist? Who did that? Who did that to you? Right? Like, if you allow a man to hit you, he gonna always hit you. He gonna always hit you. Yes, she did have the receipts. Put them later right out on the table. Put them right there on the table. And then today she gonna get up here and start crying. Now you just talked about, see how God turned that thing around? You just talked about Candy was always crying. Now you got right on this thing today and started crying because you want us to believe you. See, we can see through you, Tasha, in case you don't know. We see you, right? She tried to tell us what we see on TV ain't what it is. So now we blind or we retarded. Which one is it, right? So what I don't understand at this point, because it's all been exposed, just stop. Quit going on interviews. Quit calling into the radio. Just quit. And let this die down a bit, because it will. Let this die down a bit. Because the more you talk, the more, the bigger the hole you dig for yourself, right? I want her to just stop talking. But the narcissists that they are, they're not going to stop talking. But I want her to stop talking. Just stop talking. Just stop talking. Right? Send your sister a letter. Call her on the phone. Go around there to her house, right? Y'all all down here in Atlanta. Go around there to her house. Tell time. It's other things she could be doing and telling us. She trying to prove to us. Let me tell y'all something. She ain't caring about what her sister thinks. She trying to prove to us something, right? Yeah, she need to stop. You know what I'm saying? But she's trying to prove to us. That's why she did that. She's this good angelic person, right? We already have our perception of you. Your sister knows you, but she loves you. We don't love you. We don't love you. We just looking and watching the show, right? Quit telling us and deal with it personally. She said, and I just wish y'all stop talking about my mama. What do people think we gonna do when we see you out here in these streets? What do you think people gonna do? Y'all dragging my mama. Y'all dragging my mama. Need to get drugged. Mama need to get drugged. Where's mama's girlfriends at? So they could tell her. You know what I'm saying? Sister Smith and Sister Jones and them. Where they at? Right? Mama need to get drugged. Mama needs to get drugged because you was dead ass wrong. You was wrong for saying your sister jealous of you. No parent should say that to a child about another child. Never say that, right? Did he turn it? Now, let me tell you, when I just got home, see, I had a lot of stuff going on, and I was on, and my phone was about dead. I was on looking at her Instagram. It's like, it's every video she talking to Goomba or calling him on the phone. I didn't get a good understanding of that. And he turned the lights out at her house. She don't care about Tamika because they don't know what happened. I know they talked about this before the show. I wonder if she ever admitted to Tamika that she stole. No, she didn't ever admit it. But like, she don't care. She want us to think good of her. She want us to think good of her. She don't care what Tamika think. She don't care what Tamika think. She want us to think good of her. That's why you're doing it that way. You could have FaceTimed her. Well, it's a lot of stuff you could do. But she knows that they started touring today, right? Her album dropped today. So now here you go with the crying video, right? And don't nobody believe you. The comments, they was tearing her up in the comments, right? It was tearing up in the comments. Nobody believes you. And what I don't understand is if you see the comments in social media, like for me, y'all comments give me life. But if somebody was badgering me, every comment was a horrible one, I would go sit my ass down somewhere. I wouldn't talk no more. No more. I give me a publicist. She dragging her own mama standing by her and hurting your sister, Tamika. She should have told her mother. But say, because they together though. She didn't think nothing was wrong with it. They was gonna do Tamika. You know, for all we know, they could have took that 30,000 and bought that house. She lived in a big old nice house. She could have took that 30,000 and bought and put that down payment on her house. That's probably what she did. I'd like to know how long she's been in the house. I don't feel like looking at public records. You know, I'm not one of them YouTubers that dig all around in the records, right? I just give my comments on what I read and what I know. I ain't digging all around on nobody like that, right? First of all, I don't have the time to do that. But I would be curious to know when she bought that house, because she keeps saying 10, 11 years ago. 10, 11 years ago was what? 20, what was that? 10 years ago, 2003. Am I tripping? 2013, right? So I'm curious to know when she bought her house. She has a beautiful house. Now, I was seeing on YouTube, I didn't have time to look at it, that Tamika has a big, beautiful mansion too, right? And the video was about a tour of Tamika's house. I'm gonna try to look for this and see what it is. But she doesn't care nothing about Tamika. She cares nothing about Tamika. She kept saying, that's my sister. We're gonna work it out. That's my sister. You sat right there next to her several occasions, and we saw it and didn't say a word to her. They all dirty. Tasha, her husband, and her mom. Yeah, they is. Yeah, they is. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I've been curious to know if that's when she bought her house. I'm curious to know that, right? Who declined it? Wait, of course they all dirty. Who declined it, Lisa Marie? But you know, I'm curious to know, because that thought just came in my head, right? Because if y'all was all living with your mama now, y'all all got these baby mansions. Like, and mama seemed like she got a nice house too. Ooh, what if they bought mama house and what if they down payment for mama house and hers? Ooh, Lord. Some of y'all finance folks, tell me what the down payment is on a $1 million home. Or almost $1 million home. They got some nice big old houses though. Brick, right? Heard about that. The lights off. Oh, the lights. Ooh, was the lights in his name? Why are you antagonizing? And she did about 5 or 6 videos I seen today or something. And she talking about Goomba. She got words on it. I didn't watch them all because I didn't have time. And I was trying to figure out my internet. But that is more than 30,000 stolen. Yeah, because y'all, it ain't the first time, and it wasn't the last. You know what I'm saying? Because in 2006, Tamika said he called Sprint and acted like her husband to get in her phone so he can look at her emails and text messages. You trying to do something slick then. 2006. Now, you say 10, 11 years ago this happened, so that's a lot of years of y'all doing bullshit. I can guarantee that. Right? Y'all was doing some stuff. That ain't the first time. And then she said something about how would I get her money, and what else did she say? I know nothing about it. And my first time hearing is when I watched the show. Girl, bye. Y'all recorded this show months ago, right? She can cash app him for some money. And Goomba declined the money. He don't want no parts of her. See, when you get out of the grips of the devil, you don't go back up in there. Yeah, unless you're a fool, and he ain't that foolish. We see that he is not that foolish. See, what had happened, he done got back around his mama and found him in. See, what I think was when he was with her, it was an adventure. Like, he get a check, right? He ain't working to do it, he get a check. So he was with her, that was an adventure. He didn't have to be there, he was there because he wanted to be, right? As evident as we see. It was an adventure until she turned it into a nightmare. Yeah, and he's tired. She turned it into a nightmare for him, right? And she's still going on. Like, how many videos and people telling her, Jag, sit down, stop. You know, the people is telling her that in the comments. She don't care nothing about that. She's fixated this is what I'm saying. I don't believe she's bipolar. She can have manic episodes. I just don't believe she's bipolar because bipolar people get depressed and then they get happy. They get into the manic state. She is like a schizophrenic. Because she's obsessed with him, and what they do is pick a target and they stay on it, right? And there's different kinds of schizophrenia. Dissociative. She's something schizophrenic in my opinion, right? I'm it's to go up, 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 then they come down, down, down. You know what I'm saying? They up on the manic, and they come down on the depressed. It's a cycle and it goes round and round. I ain't seen her depressed. She don't stop talking. Do she sleep? Right? And then, they found paraphernalia. I don't know what kind of drug. It could have been easy widers. Do they still make easy widers? It could have been something to smoke weed in, but they found drug paraphernalia. Why she keep going to the police station? Because she's crazy. That's why. Ain't no other reason why. She's obsessed with that. Jaguar needs a 90. Well, they say they might have to 5150. I thought they had did that already, though. 90-day commitment. She's a danger to herself, running up on people, hollering and making threats. Somebody's going to hurt her. Listen, if she, hey, Taharka, there come my buddy Taharka. If she keep talking about them dudes selling dope or drugs or whatever they doing, right? You keep talking about them, you might end up stinking. You keep fooling with them people. In the barbershop, talking about they selling drugs and fentanyl and all that stuff. Like, let's say they is doing it. That ain't smart. Let's say they ain't doing it. It still ain't smart. Like, you don't lie on people like that. You don't lie on people like that. Like, she is so crazy, right? She is so crazy. It don't make no sense. I'm gonna keep watching this Jonathan Majors. Probably gonna upload a video on my thoughts about it tomorrow. Don't forget Sunday, y'all, at 6. Sunday at 6. Now, if things change next week, would y'all drop down in the comments and tell me right now? I meant to ask y'all this yesterday. Would 9 o'clock be too late? I know people work and do stuff. Would 9 o'clock be too late? Wouldn't stay on here long, about an hour or so like I do now. Would 9 o'clock be too late? Yeah, would 9 o'clock be too late? Because I may have to work. That's kind of late. Yeah, I thought so. Would noon be too early? What y'all say about that? Because I may not be able to go live at 7 next week. No. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I may not be able to go at 7, right? I gotta see. I may and I may not, but I won't know. 7 is perfect. Yeah, I know 7 was perfect. I usually be asleep, but I don't mind giving it a try. 7, we'll have to work and around your schedule. And noon I am at work. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try my best to do it at 7. I'm gonna try my best because that works for me, and I know that works for most people, right? Y'all know what? When I be on TikTok, and do y'all know on TikTok people be live in the middle of the night? And what is y'all doing? What y'all talking about, right? I got up this morning at 5 and somebody was live on YouTube, like, and people was watching, right? Noon is too early. Okay. Whenever I'm with you. Okay. So I'm going to try to stick with the 7. I just want to get y'all's opinion on that. I am trying to get new subscribers, but they're gonna have to be evening time subscribers. I can't do them middle of the nights, and I can't do them early in the days, right? So I just wanted to get y'all opinion on that. Now I got to think of me something to eat because my plan was to get me some lunch meat. Did I tell y'all about that good lunch meat? What about 8 meat in the middle? 8 is cool, but I figured 8 would be too late for you guys too, because I'm gonna see if I can do the 7. 7 works for me. It's gonna have to. It's gonna have to. It's gonna have to. It's gonna have to. It's gonna have to, right? But anyway, I had my mind set on what I had it on. Now I don't feel like going all the way back around the corner to the stove. So now I want something hot and good. But I'm not a fast food eater. I like good food, but I'm not a fast food eater. I had some. Now I went in there looking for. Lunch meat is so high. Do y'all believe lunch meat is $9 and $8 in the grocery store? Too high. So I went in there looking for this Carver board by Oscar Mayer. Carver board turkey. Oh, it's so delicious. I just got hip to it. My daughter hit me to it. And it's thick. I wonder why they call it Carver board. It ain't like regular lunch meat. It's thick, right? I found some for $4. But I don't believe people is eating it because I can't find it. I went to Publix. I went to Walmart. I went to Kroger's the last couple of days. I can't find it anymore. I believe they discontinued it, right? It was, I found something for $4 last week, I think, a week before last week, right? And it had to be a mistake because all other lunch meats were saying 8 something, 9 something, right? So I was gonna I've got some salami. It said turkey salami. Now I ain't never had it. It didn't look like how salami looked, so I said maybe it might be good. Y'all ever had turkey salami? Because I ain't no salami eater, but it looked like it would taste good. I don't know if it was tough, because I think salami is tough, right? And then I had got some, what I call goose liver, right? Some people call it liver cheese. If you ain't old enough, you might not know what it is. White folks call it Braunschweiger. I had got some of that. Some good brioche bread. I love brioche bread. And a fresh jar of Hellmann's. And some pepper jack cheese, right? I love pepper jack cheese, right? So you went to the store. Yeah. And so I'm thinking I'm gonna do wings tomorrow, but I just wanted something quick, right? I don't feel like cooking. So I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Right? I might not eat nothing. Let me tell y'all something. I lost weight. Somebody mentioned it. A couple people mentioned it in the comments. I have lost weight, right? My goal was to get to 200. Well, once I got under the 200, I was like, ooh, shit, keep it going, right? So that's where I'm at. I don't want to get bigger. And then I've been wearing my waist trainer. Let me tell y'all something, ladies. It works, right? I've always wore undergarments like that, right? But the waist trainer, I got two kinds. I got the kind that you zip and flip over, the Velcro, and I also have the wraparound thing that you wrap around. Sometimes I wear them both, right? My waist be looking like this, right? So I have, what else did I put on the sandwich? I put cheese, just cheese. I don't really do lettuce a lot of times, or tomatoes. Sometimes I put an onion on it, right? I just put cheese and mayo on it. That's it. The salami that I buy resembles pepperoni. Yeah, that's what I thought. But this didn't look like it. It kind of looked like bologna, right? And I went in there looking for the Oscar Mayer has white turkey meat. It say turkey meat, but it's like bologna, right? And it's good, and you can fry it and everything, right? Waist trainer is the truth, right? Waist trainer is the truth because it has definitely snatched me. It is definitely. I wear it every day, every single day, just about. Unless I'm just running errands, but at work, I'm wearing it every day, right? But anyway, so now that I've lost it and found Jackie again, sometimes I don't eat, but I know that's not good, but sometimes I don't eat. And then it'll be the middle of the night, I'm hungry and I ain't going outside in the middle of the night. So I need to go get me something now because it's just got dark. It just got dark and it's all about the sky still white a little bit. No mustard. Didn't you say that's blasphemy? Taharka, I'm gonna need you at 6 o'clock Sunday. I ain't seen you in a while. 6 o'clock Sunday, y'all. 6 o'clock Sunday. I ain't never got into the pickle thing. People put pickles. I ain't never really got. But y'all know what I had? My son bought. Oh, they was delicious. Some hot pickles by the pickle people, right? Oh my God, it was delicious. Oh my God. It was crunchy. And I said, this would be a good snack because y'all know I'm trying not to eat sweets. I ate that Auntie Annie's pretzel with the cinnamon on it today, though. I did eat that, but I'm trying not to. Because I want to stay. I'm getting back to my size, and I want to stay there, y'all. But anyway, y'all, Sunday at 6. I'm gonna upload some videos tomorrow. Sunday at 6. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Girl, I had never had a hot pickle. The shape, now I said I was gonna buy the Shape Legs, but I got the one that wrap all around. I got an extra long too. Trainer and spandex shape. I lived by spandex. Before all these waist trainers came out, I lived by spandex. I still got some spandex in there now. I wore it every day. I had the spandex to come up right up under my breast, on my thighs, even though my thighs ain't big, but that. Now it's one I want that zip up or something, like all one thing, right? Because ain't nothing worse than you got on your clothes and you can see rolls and stuff. That is horrible. And when I just saw a woman, y'all, just now when I was at the grocery store. She was looking. She on a tight dress, and she was so out of shape. Her shape was going all kind of ways. She wasn't big, but she looked like an old busted up biscuit, right? Worse than a busted up biscuit. I said, why don't she have a? Because even if you big, if you put on something an undergarment, it'll smooth you out. She had stuff coming this way, that way, out the back, out the side. I was like, oh my god, why would you come out the house like that? Anyway, yeah. Thank you. See y'all Sunday. Sunday at 6, not 7. Sunday at 6. Okay, guys? Sunday at 6. Appreciate you. See you Sunday.